Hello again. For this video, I want to talk about the grammatical particle that pluralizes, also known as mga, and it's spelled as mga. This particle is kind of hard to pronounce if I guess if you don't speak a language that has an ng kind of, or net that kind of nasal consonant of ng, but just like the on a video that I said with nga, mga is mga, or I could try writing it pronounced as ma nga. Right? Just mga, but say it really fast. Anyway, this particle, you put it before, or you place it before the noun it modifies. So it's always going to precede the noun that you modify. So for everyone has some sentences here, and when you put it before the noun you modify, or when you say it before the noun you modify, it's going to indicate that, yeah, there's more than just one of those nouns. It's a plural form of that noun. It's a pluralizer henceforth. So, first sentence, puti ang mga iro, which means the dogs are white. So remember how the sentence structure was verb, subject, object? You have kind of our adjective, which kind of acts like the verb, subject marker, which goes before or comes before the subject we're talking about, right? Because what are we talking about? We're talking about dogs, mga iro. That means the many dogs, or iro is dog, it's our noun. Mga is the one that pluralizes it, so mga iro means just dogs. Iro by itself is just dog. Since we're talking about dogs, we have to place the subject particle in front of all of this, because this is what we're talking about in the subject of the sentence. And obviously, since word order is VSO, verb, subject, object, we have to put whatever is being described as the front. So, puti ang mga iro, right? The dogs are white. Next sentence. This one I need to have a little more explanation too. But, itom ang mga balay-balay, which means the houses, the many houses were what? Black, itom, right? So, this one has the same concept as the first sentence, right? But with our noun balay-balay, it exhibits what's called reduplication. And with reduplication, this is pretty common among Austronesian languages, wherein you just reduplicate the same noun again, balay-balay. But if you do that, you're also pluralizing it in a way too. It's non-specific it's non-specific pluralizing, but pluralizing it by just reduplicating the word itself will indicate to the listener that, okay, you're talking about more than just one house. Even though you have the mga to modify this noun as a plural form, pluralizing it by reduplicating it will indicate, okay, you're really stressing that there's just more than just one house. You're talking about houses in some sort of area. All right? Whereas it's perfectly normal to say itom ang mga balay. But if you say itong ang mga balay-balay, you're saying, okay, there's like probably rows of houses, maybe like just houses scattered everywhere. You're kind of stressing the fact that there's more out there in quantity. But again, that's a reduplication. It's a characteristic in Cebuano and also other Austronesian languages. It's not really found in English. The best example I can find of reduplication in English would be something like bye bye. Like, when you're gonna wave or say goodbye to someone, you just say bye bye. I don't really know any other examples in English, but that's one. And our last sentence is it's quite big, but I tried to integrate everything that I put so far on these videos with there. All right, so utukan si Jose sa mga dulang lisod, which means Jose is very smart with difficult games. All right, we've got utukan, which means intelligent or smart. It's that adjective again that describes our subject, si Jose. Remember how ang changes to si if it's in front of a proper noun, right? And then we have our little preposition here, sa, to, or with, or for, right? It's only one preposition in this whole language. That's pretty easy, sa. And then the pluralizing marker, the pluralizing particle, which goes before the noun it modifies. And remember in the previous video I explained about nga, which modifies, or it acts as a ligature between the adjective and the noun, or vice versa. So it's dulang is short for dula nga, but since dula ends in a vowel, we have to use the ng ending instead of the nga ending. Whereas if it were to be a consonant, we just use nga by itself. And what is this noun being modified or modifying? It's this adjective here, lisod, which means difficult or hard. All right? Just lisod. So difficult games, hard games, right? And again, it's utukan si Jose sa mga dulang lisod. Jose is very intelligent, or Jose is smart with difficult games. All right, and I think that's it. Mga is your pluralizer, and that's all.